Hey everybody, thanks for your patience tonight. Apparently Restream had a little bit of a glitch tonight, but welcome to another episode of Book of War Season 3, The Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah,
And I'm Dan Collins, and with me, of course, this season is
Dan Cullinan.
The Most Dangerous Game. So if you're new to the stream, you might be asking yourself, what is Book of War? And we would tell you that it's a lightweight, easy to learn, fast-paced war game that I've designed to be compatible with original D&D or first edition or things like that, and had it on the market for about 10 years at this point, I think. And I've been testing with my partner Isabel for years, and we like to play it with other people like Dan as well. So we're continuing to test it and make some modifications, hopefully for a new edition. And you can see more about it at oedgames.com if you want to see it. And thank you so much for joining tonight. Dan, thanks for coming over here on a rainy New York night.
My pleasure. I put on my raincoat and waterproof shoes and enjoyed the walk.
So with my army, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't turn to rain in the game.
Oh, yeah.
That would actually be,
Yeah, you would have archer problems.
yeah, I would have archer problems, yes.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And mounted problems as well. And of course, with us as usual is Yowie, who usually serves as the judge. So he's currently scoping out the table for rules alignment, and I think it seems like it's okay for him. Yeah, you cannot purchase Yowie in the Book of War game. Just to be clear, there were questions about that last week, and to be clear, Yowie is not actually subject for purchase. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we are online, YouTube and Twitch. So I've been looking forward to this game tonight for a while because we decided to play with more points than we've ever played before. Normally we've been playing at 300 points, and Dan and I agreed tonight to play at 500 points, which I don't think we've ever done tonight. So we're pretty much going to cover the table with forces, which I've been looking for. I think in traditional Warhammer, I think that the normal game was 500 points.
Okay.
Not that the costs are compatible in any way, but that has been in my mind for a long time. So there's that. What did you decide to bring tonight, Dan?
Tonight I brought monsters. So I brought medium foot gnolls. I brought gnoll archers, or gnoll longbows, I should say.
Yep.
And I brought 3 trolls.
Great. And that's, of course, that's 3 figures of trolls, which represents 30 trolls in D&D.
30 troll.
As I normally point out, as I'm accustomed to pointing out to Isabel all the time. So let me just remind myself. So the gnolls, we all know gnolls are 2 hit dice in D&D. So I got to tag them with 2 health. And they also have a +2 morale bonus.
Yeah.
So it's going to be real hard for me to break their morale. Kind of like the hobgoblins I was fighting on Monday, if anybody's watching that. And of course, trolls regenerate. So when it comes around to their supposed morale turn, they're not going to have to roll morale, but they get 1 hit point back, 1 health point back when it comes around to their morale stage. So on my end, pull up the chat here. Hey, William. Thanks for checking in tonight. So on my end, I'm trying to cover the board with stuff, frankly. So I also picked monsters, and I have, what do I have? I have orc medium foot with 27 figures of that here. And I have orc archers, so I have 15 of them. I took a bunch of goblin wolf riders, so I got 8 figures of that, and a figure of hill giants that can throw, stones for 2 damage each. And then I also took trolls. I also took 2 units of trolls. So when Dan came in and I said, geez, I really hope you didn't take a whole bunch of monsters because we're going to have figure problems. And he said, yes, I also took 3 trolls. We have a giant troll problem tonight.
Yeah.
So you're actually using ogre miniatures for your trolls, but we'll keep that in mind. You've got trolls and I've got 2 true trolls.
Yes.
For the miniatures.
You've got 2 and I've got
3.
3.
Yeah. So that could go a while.
All right. So yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Now again, if a troll unit comes down to 0, we just remove it from the board.
Okay.
So we don't leave them there and regenerate and get back up.
Okay,
If they're
so
just
there's
gone.
0, you're gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
we assume that they're going to either take too long to regenerate or they're moved around or somebody comes up with fire or something like that.
Ah, gotcha.
So yeah, so there's that. Okay, I guess that's basically it. May the best Dan win.
May the best Dan win.
Okay, so that's the intro here, and I hope that the viewers saw the chat with me and Paul on Sunday about strongholds. We kind of had a nice, lively chat about the pros and cons of letting your player characters settle down with a castle or something like that. Remind me before we get started here. This Sunday we're going to have Mr. Matt Finch of Mythmere Games, and he's the writer of Swords and Wizardry and the Tome of Adventure Design that we adore, that he has a new revision for. So hope you'll tune in on Sunday to chat with us with Matt Finch. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Now I got to remember how the game's. So we roll for initiative, right? So take a big die.
Yeah.
And we'll just see who decides who goes first. So tonight you won.
Yes.
So you can either decide to set up and move first, or you can force me to do that.
I guess I'll force you to do that.
There you go. That's what we usually do here. So terrain first.
Yes.
Get some space here. So we'll go back and forth with 3 rolls for terrain. Okay. Get that thing in a second. So my first terrain piece is nothing.
Oh.
So 6 or 7 is open, which is to say I get no piece on the board.
And mine is
also nothing, which could be good for my wolf riders. So if I get speedy cavalry types, I would prefer to be able to move around kind of freely. So my second roll is 10, which is a marsh. Hey, John, thanks for checking in. Talk to you later. All right.
I love my picture on the.
Sorry, Dan.
No worries.
He's a bit of an attention hound.
All right, are you going to place that or?
Yeah, I have to place it
now.
Okay. So I have to actually think about what would be best for my forces. Okay, so the giants have range stuff. These guys have range stuff. It's not super long. That's where that's going. Okay. Keep that. Where's the end of my tape?
All right, shall I roll for the next one? Yeah. And another 7, nothing.
Hey, Hoboger. Joshua. Muser of the Slain. I like that. I keep losing the tape. So Yelly is posting himself just off camera over here. So if he sees something he doesn't like, I'm sure he'll come in and act as course marshal. I've totally lost the end of this tape. What is my damage rate? There we go. So he's eyeing the board very carefully. Okay, so here's my last roll for terrain. 5 is a hill. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah.
So here's the last roll on it.
5 is another
hill. Okay.
And you get to place that.
All right. I think that's dangerous.
It's a good move. That's a good move, actually. No, I don't like that at all. You can take it back if you want.
No, I mean,
All right, and so at this point we roll for weather, and I usually let the guest do that. So you're gonna roll this, and 1 or 2 is sunny, which is bad for monsters.
okay.
6 is rainy, which is bad for archers or horses.
5.
5. Okay, so very cloudy, but not actually raining. So good for monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're both of our forces are at full capacity, and now I have to set up my whole army. So trying to stay within 6 inches of the boundary over here. I like this. Boy, you really took away. That hill placement was very good. That actually just changed the whole. That actually just changed the whole texture of the game just with that. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that's not bad. Well, well, I have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Okay, so clearly I want this. Okay, so putting my wolf riders over on the edge of the board.
Mm.
Fascinating. And to be clear, the marsh cuts down movement by 3 factors. So you move through the marsh a third
Third.
that you
Okay.
normally would. And if I put my wolves through there, there'd be at a 6 what they normally would. But all of everybody else here would be at a third.
Okay.
Fascinating. These guys have to go somewhere. That this. Okay, there is my setup. So I'm gonna give everybody a flyby with the new fancy uh, table level view. So over here, sorry if this is unsettling for anybody. So I got these archers on my end, and then I have my hill giants, and then a big mob of orcs and trolls and more orcs, and then I have the wolf riders backed up by more archers over there. So that is my initial setup over here.
All right.
Feel free to take your best response.
Okay. So I think I will meet these with a combination of that and that. And
as a reminder, if you're shooting over
yeah, it's
somebody, it's at -1.
Yeah, it's a -1.
So it's possible, but -1 here.
Right. Okay, and I'm gonna line. I'm gonna line these up. Like, well, what do I want? Okay, I'll put this here.
Yeah.
And I'll put 2 trolls there, and maybe I'll maybe what I'll do is this here, and I'll back it up.
Interesting. Interesting.
And I'll put these in front of this. Okay, yeah, I'm done now. I'm done.
Great.
And these are separate. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Got it. So trolls are valuable enough that you can make an independent unit out of one figure. They're powerful enough. Great. Great. That's it. So I'm just going to remind myself, we had to fill in, for Dan, we had to fill in with orc figures because I don't have enough Gnoll miniatures. So I'm just reminding myself, everybody there is Gnolls and Trolls. It's just Gnolls and Trolls.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, Lord Dunsany rumored that Trolls might be some that Gnolls might be some crossbreed of gnomes and trolls.
I have
So
to read that.
Yeah. So it's a kind of maybe a big family thing happening on your end.
I felt like, yeah, it felt right.
Yeah. Great. It rhymes.
It rhymes.
It rhymes. So, all right. So we're starting, and I make the first move. So these archers try to get to the top of the hill. That's probably pretty obvious. These orcs go as far as they can,
Okay.
and these wolf riders take the same pace.
Okay.
Stay level with them. I want this bunch of trolls to come in behind the orcs.
Okay.
Actually, I want these giants to try to get here. So these archers move up here, and I want these giants here is what I would like.
Okay.
And then these orcs are going to start slogging through the marsh, I guess. So they're going to go full towards that hill. And these trolls will come in behind them.
Okay.
That's my move. Okay, so all of my my archers go 12. So I can go up to 12. So that's 8. 9, 10 to get up the hill.
Okay.
11, and then I'm going to be stuck on the first tier, which is what usually happens. Great. And the giants move 12, so probably same thing. So there's 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Okay.
So from here, I can't shoot over that, and you can't shoot me.
Okay.
On this side of the top of that. So my orc foot go 9. Can you even get to them? Yeah, so you just get to the edge of the marsh, and they could go 1/3 of an inch in, which why bother? And these trolls are here. And then, yeah, these guys can go 9 inches. Great. And these guys hold pace, like I said. They could move 18 if they wanted to. And then the trolls move 12. Yeah, the trolls move 12. So they can clearly do this. And then I didn't say it, but I meant these guys to follow behind. Is that okay?
That makes sense.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so there's my first turn, and I'm clearly not, I mean, hypothetically, if these guys had range, I could shoot with these guys, but clearly that's not possible, so it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mine are all 9, except the trolls are just 12 movement.
Yep.
And it's 2 per elevation. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Let's see. So that's quite a ways. These archers will go as far as they can towards the hill.
Right.
And the troll will just keep.
Could you declare before?
Sorry.
No biggie.
Yeah.
I actually kind of didn't remember myself just for a second.
Okay, and I just bumped the camera, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna have them go towards the hill. These also archers are gonna go towards that hill, although they won't get very far. These trolls are going to basically stay with them.
Mhm.
I'm going to more or less go like trolls, trolls, trolls,
Got it.
like that. And then over here, I'm going to move as far forward as I can. These are not one unit. These
Yeah,
are
yeah.
separate.
Agreed.
But I go as far as I can, and I think these will also just go as far as they can forward.
Okay. Okay.
Go as far as they can, leaving open the option of maybe getting on that hill, but probably won't make it that
Right.
far. Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Yep.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. And so I think these guys have enough movement, extra movement, to just kind of go a little bit diagonal. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll work. So right between and right here. And then this guy also, yeah. Okay, great. And then these are 9.
So I think folks are going to be able to see Dan's whole army here for the first time as you move on screen.
And that's also that'll bring them right up great to there. And then just slightly behind here.
I feel like this is going to be a messy fight real fast. Okay, so so clearly these guys will go to the top of the hill, which will be, less than half a move. Yeah. Well, the Wolf Riders are going to charge your longbows.
Okay.
They're going to cut in here and charge your longbows. What's my range with my bow? 15-inch range. Oh, man. Yeah, and then these infantry are going to try to X the other direction. So these guys are going to come after them and go at your medium foot.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to try to do. And these trolls will come up, try to come up to about here. Which is probably their full move, but they'll come up behind the Wolf Riders.
Okay.
And I guess these guys are going to left face.
Yeah. Okay.
And which takes half their move, and then move in this direction, not getting into the marsh.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I guess these trolls will do the same thing. So they'll left face and move the same way. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so pretty clearly I can move up this hill. It takes about 4 inches or so, so that's half a move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to position him kind of carefully. Yeah. So I got to pay attention. My giants are important because everybody shoots at a 45-degree angle as their shooting range. So I have to pay real close attention to the giant, that the way I'm doing this, I have a fire field that's this way.
I see.
Right?
Yeah.
The way that he's 45 degrees in either direction when he's facing. So I got to be kind of careful with that, because otherwise I can lose the whole turn of fire.
I see.
All right, I would love these Wolf Riders to be within 18 inches of your longbows. So I feel probably so. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. And remind me, you can move half a move and fire?
Correct.
And it's a -1 if you do that, or not?
It's half dice.
Oh, it's half
Same
dice.
chance to
Right,
hit,
right,
but
right.
half the dice.
Yes.
Because you spent half your turn on the march.
Got you.
Great. Okay. And then and I would love to have these medium foot go at your foot, but I can only move 9 inches. So I'm just going to measure from the outside here is what I'm going to do. So there's 9 inches right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I want these trolls moving up here. It's 12 inches.
Yeah.
And then these guys will, I'm just going to turn this whole, they're almost 4x4, so I'm just going to turn this whole card around.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good. So, all right, that's half their move just to do that.
Yeah.
And then I have another 4.5 inches. And same thing, as that's half his move, and then 6 inches.
Okay.
Will you let me move? I didn't.
I
it's
assumed
okay.
you were.
Okay,
I
so
assumed they were going to
yeah.
follow.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna try to have these guys. I may not be in range. I'm probably not in range. I'm gonna try these guys try to shoot your longbows.
Okay.
Obviously, I melee here. And I'm going to have these guys try to shoot your infantry at -1 to hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, so for this to work, I got to be within 15 inches. Am I within 15 inches here? No.
Just
So I'm
try to
short
do
by an
some-
inch. Here? Yes. But not the guys in back. So we usually split that up
Okay.
so that it's not too radical a cutoff.
Okay.
So if the guys in back, and you're supposed to measure from the guys from the furthest. So I'm gonna normally we would let the front 4 shoot.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you, Dan?
You measure from the back of the figure?
Well, from that's a good question.
Yeah.
From the front of the figure, but you
Oh.
have to consider the furthest back figure.
So the front row can shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
And that usually, I mean, that's not something I actually wrote in the book, but I feel it makes it less furious debates,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That I'm going to get half of them shooting.
Yeah.
So it's not a total screw job one way or the other.
Right. I agree 100%. Yeah.
All right, so let me do that right now. So since I moved, I'm only going to get 4 dice. And since I'm shooting over my own guys, it's at -1. And since they're in long range, it's also -1. So that means I can't hit you.
Oh dear.
So that whole conversation is academic.
Pity.
So your armor is 5, but because of long range and shooting over, I need a 7.
7, yeah.
Okay, so that's impossible. And here I'm out of range, right?
Yes, you were out of range.
Okay,
there, yeah.
great. And that's the end of my none attacks.
Okay, well.
Oh no, except for my
Yeah,
wolf
you
riders.
can
Okay, that's an actual thing.
Kill my.
Okay, so wolf riders have, like most cavalry, they have 2 attacks per figure.
Yeah.
So I am going to be rolling 8 dice. Yeah, there's 8 dice right there. And I need 5s.
Yeah.
So that's your armor.
5s. Yep.
But I need to hit you twice before you remove a figure.
Right.
Okay, looking for 5. So there's a 5 and a 6. So I do not
you do take off a figure.
Yeah.
So can I? Oh, I think we were gonna prioritize keeping the Gnolls on the board.
Yes.
I'm
smart.
gonna take this one off and move this
Yeah,
one here. Does
thank
that
you.
make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but we just leave it like this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so that is, so I did get 1 figure down on my first turn. So you are going to make morale checks with those Gnolls.
Okay.
And I'll do the counting here because it's okay. So 2 divided by 1 is 2 for the ratio, plus 2 for their health,
Right.
plus another 2 for their special ability, and then -1 because they're chaotic.
Okay.
So you're adding 5, and you want your total to be 9.
Okay. 2d6, right?
Yep. Oh!
Ooh, bummer.
Oh, so Dan needed a 4.
Is that on camera? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And he rolled a 3, so
somehow routed my.
yeah, that's unfortunate. Let me just redo that calculation just to make sure I'm making
Okay,
it. You're
sure.
off by 1. So 2 divided by 1 is 2.
Yes,
Plus
that's
2 for their health.
2 for the health.
Plus 2 for the special ability.
6.
Still minus
Minus
1 because they're chaotic. So
yes, that's 5.
3 plus 5 is 8, and you're off by 1, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then so be it. So shall I remove the whole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do the same trick.
Yes. Yes. Smart.
Okay. Put this guy over here.
All right.
Do I have any other? I have a bunch over here, right? It's not like
There we go.
I'm a null.
That's smart. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, that was a bad stroke of luck right there.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Had I not been routed,
Yeah.
remind me, what's the rules for archers engaging with melee and shooting?
They can't shoot at that point.
So none of them can shoot.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Not even the second rank or anything.
Correct.
Yeah, they're just in
That's
melee.
right.
Okay.
That's right.
Gotcha.
That's right.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. With the sole exception of elephant archers.
Ah,
They have a special ability they can shoot in melee. Nothing
Okay.
else. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Once an archer unit is engaged, they just have to pull out swords and defend themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that making my turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what I'll do is declare, of course. I think I will. I think I will try. I believe my longbows have longer range than those guys. So
You are correct.
I'm going to try to make a long range shot at your people just from where I stand with these two at them.
Now I regret measuring.
These guys, on the other hand, I think I am going to advance these 2 units of trolls towards you.
Got it.
And as far as I can, essentially, at a slight diagonal to miss the hill here, I think, and straight ahead with this guy.
Got it.
Meanwhile, these fellows are going to try to get up here.
Right.
This one, I think it's time to make his way over to meet his troll adversaries.
Got it.
Their troll adversaries.
This will work.
And I think can I like come and engage from the side, like wheel around?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'll wheel around there and then come to the front with this other unit.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Smart.
All right. So I'm gonna start making these things happen.
Great.
Oh, do I have to declare attacks as well?
You don't. Moves are declared and done, and then attacks are declared and done.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the trolls have 12. So that would take me here. There's one.
So unfortunately, the way I set up the camera, Dan's trolls are just slightly off camera right here.
So this one is just
Yep.
about here.
Yep.
Do I need to level them out or does it matter?
No, it's okay.
These guys are 9. So I've got 3.5 inches or so. So 3 actually, if you measure there. So
right.
That means I can get up 1 elevation.
Yeah.
So how should I do that?
Let's push them. Let's put 1 figure here to mark that you paid for 1 elevation level.
Okay, so like this, and then just push the rest right behind that.
And then next turn you just have to pay 1
1
elevation. Everybody's on top.
Okay, cool. So now 12. Okay, I can engage with that troll.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like, right?
Yeah. Let's say yes.
Okay. 12 movements, so I'm gonna go there.
Unfortunately.
And now, what? Remind me, I forget a wheeling around like that. Is a 50%?
So you could fundamentally you could just measure from the furthest away figure, more or less.
So that is going to be within 9.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
they can just come around like this, right?
Yeah.
So is that the best way to do it? Just put it like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. exactly.
And then
And I will say, if you're reading the book, like the math is that however many figures wide it is, that's the circumference, that's the arc of the circumference that you're doing. So we could have just said it's clearly going to be 5 inches because you got 5 figures there.
so this furthest one is 9 from the second.
Yeah, no, it's tricky.
Okay.
Here you have a
You have
problem
to
because
do,
if you
have to do
wheel,
those- yeah. So it's not a
Yeah.
wheel. So it would be rather complicated.
Yeah.
All right.
so unfortunately, it looks to me like you're going to have to left face march over this way, and I don't think you're going to have enough movement to make it as a result.
Okay.
Yeah. If you had more space, you could wheel and then wheel, but wheeling would put you in contact with these guys. So unfortunately, you're a little stuck on that angle.
So what is the right thing to do given my declaration is impossible?
Great question. I think I want to interpret that as left face and then move over.
Okay.
And then try to right face back, but you're not going to have enough movement.
So left face is half my movement.
Correct.
That's 4.5.
Right.
And then I could move it like 4.5 and stay left face.
That's right.
Okay, I'll just do that. So that's about here.
Yeah.
So I just push it to there. And do I need to turn all these guys?
Actually, yes. Yeah. The next turn, you can clearly get in contact.
All right.
And Despero, that's a good question. No, the hill rule has always been that same rule actually. So ever since the inception of the game, it's always been pay 2 discreetly to get up each tier of the hill. It's the only other terrain that works like that are gullies. You also pay 2 to get out of a gully. Everything else is some kind of fractional movement, but that hill rule has been the same all along.
So can all these attack, or would there need to be some kind of wraparound? And
as long as they're actually literally in contact base to base, are they?
If we put them flush and they all on the corner,
then yes.
Okay,
you got it.
Okay, all right. So now I'm going to declare attacks and all of my attacks. So these are firing at them.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
I agree.
These are going to attack them.
Yeah.
And he's going to attack them.
Great.
All right. So
what would you like to do first?
First, let's take care of these.
Right.
So that's 4 dice.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And so I have 2. I have 2 dice here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Awesome. All the attack dice when it comes your turn.
Okay. Cool. So 4 dice, and it looks like I'll need. Your guys have 5.
They're 4 armor.
4 armor. This is definitely long range, right?
Yeah.
So, that means I need to get a 5.
Yep.
So I need 5s.
Yep.
All right. And I rolled those 4s.
Yep. So you get 2 5s over there, and I'm removing 2 of my orc archers.
Okay.
So, whoops, it was more than 2. Great.
Now, moving over.
Yeah.
Why don't we do these trolls?
Okay. So trolls here get 2 attacks, is what I did with their 2 big claws.
Yeah.
And big units get a bonus to attack. So their health is 6.
Yeah.
You get a +1 per 3 health. So they're attacking at +2.
Okay.
My armor is 5, so you actually just need 3s.
Okay, 2, 3, 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so those are both hits.
Yeah.
So I will mark that on my 6 health trolls.
Great. Now I'm going. So I have Gnoll medium foot gets 2. Oh no, I'm sorry, gets 1 attack, but they have 2 health. Okay, so that's 5 wolf riders. Sorry, I'm just. 4. No modifiers?
That's correct.
All right, cool. All right. So that's 5 dice.
Yep. 4s.
No.
Oh no! Wow.
Is this a joke? Yikes! Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Epic.
That's a lot of 1s.
Okay. Okay. You know what?
Nope.
Time is going to be all 6s and a 5. So that's
That's the law of large numbers, I think, right?
okay. So wow.
That's unfortunate.
I feel like I should make a morale check after that.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I definitely have to make morale checks for these guys. 6 divided by 2 is 3, plus 1 for their health, minus 1 because they're chaotic, so I'm adding 3, and my dice need to come up 6. Could you give me 2 of those?
Yeah.
So the dice need to come up 6 on this. I rolled a 9, and that unit's still okay.
Okay, good for you.
Now, my trolls, so now is the time on Sprockets when I would make morale checks for my trolls, but trolls, instead of making morale checks, they regenerated. So now I'm at 1 hit. All right. And it's my turn.
Okay, great.
Yeah. All righty. What am I going to do now? Interesting. It's funny, trolls are really badass. They really change what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I shoot with these guys, it's going to be 12 dice. And I should get like 4 hits from that. Probably my giants can hit. So these guys will stay motionless. That guy's in melee. These guys will left face so they can melee against the gnolls there properly.
Okay.
These guys will move down and wheel around, hit them in the back.
Okay.
Is what they're going to do.
Okay.
And that's going to be trouble. These guys will wheel around and get right about here.
Okay.
So I want them aimed at these trolls and the top of that hill, and then these orcs will move to the end of the board and right face and try to go up the side of the board is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And then I guess these trolls will start. This is smart. These trolls will start walking up this side of the marsh is what they'll do. Like that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to move. So with mounted units, I just move them in blocks of 2 like this. It takes up the same space.
Yeah.
Just to represent that we're fighting back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would kind of like to get guys from the back to the front. I have to remind myself my own rule, but how many can I bring back around? Wrapping. If after initial contact, a unit with multiple ranks may pay a half move to expand 1 file. So left facing is half my move.
Yeah.
And the other half move, I can bring 1 on each side.
Okay.
So I'll have these guys in the fight.
Got it.
And I think it's pretty clear that these guys will be able to wrap.
Yeah.
We'll be able to pivot into contact with 9 inches.
Yeah.
Sure. Get up here.
You want me to do it? Or I
Okay, thank you. That's their whole movement, so I can't pull any guys from the back. It's just going to be those 4 is what it is.
Okay.
And I'm going to have these guys move however far this is. I guess that's about 7 inches, so that's more than half. I won't be able to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And then these guys, I guess 9 inches. That's the whole movement here. What did I say with this guy? I said I was going to go up here.
He was going to accompany someone. I forgot.
Move up the side.
He was moving side. You did say
So,
that.
so this costs 1 inch, and then I have another 11 inches, and that'll be about here.
Yep, that's right.
All right, so for attacks, I'm just going to document where we are currently. Okay, so for my attacks, I want everybody here shooting at this batch of trolls.
Okay.
Just everything's going to land on these. I would love to be able to eliminate them.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to kind of get a little bit lucky for that to happen.
Yeah.
They're fighting and they're fighting and they're fighting, and I guess that's it. These guys are not shooting. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here, this is obviously short range, less than 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get 12 dice. With these guys, I need 5s.
Okay.
I'll roll batches and 6. Shoot 3, that's 7. Okay, so I need 5.
Okay.
There's 3 hits,
3 hits.
which is about what I wanted. That's actually better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Okay, another 6. Again, I need 5. There's 1. 4. Now, the critical thing are the giants. So I only get 1 single attack with them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's at +3 to hit. No, it's at +2 to hit. So they only have 8 health. 8 divided by 3 is 2.
Yes.
So instead of needing a 5, I need a 3.
Okay, and their range is similar to short bows, or?
It's 20 inches.
Oh, so
Yeah,
yeah.
And they do 2 damage if I hit. So if this comes up 3 or more, I tag them for 2 more points, and that's going to eliminate them.
Okay.
If I roll a 1 or a 2, it's a miss, and they're still on the board. Okay, 3 or higher. 6.
Wow.
Which is good enough.
So one of these figures is down.
Correct, specifically that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was good for me. Now, my wolf riders over there, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in contact. So I'm going to roll 12 dice for them. And so I'll roll this twice, and I need 5s. Because they're armor, your Gnolls are armor 5. Looking for 5s. Okay. That's 3 hits. So if you could knock one of your guys down
And one of these guys.
yeah,
Okay.
and then put this over here. You have a remainder of 1 more. Okay, so here's the other 6 dice. Looking for 5. And there's 3 more hits, so it actually knocks down 2 figures, right?
Okay, two additional figures
Correct.
because of this.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I'm probably gonna eliminate that.
yeah.
And so now I have 4 orc figures attacking in the back, so they need 4s. I guess I would have to hit with every single one of these to eliminate them, but. And there's no hits. I got a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 3.
That's great.
Thank you for the support, Jason. Or maybe you're supporting the other Dan. It's
You better be supporting me.
All right, that's every. Oh, and then I'm attacking you here. So same thing. I get 2 attacks, and I need 3s,
Okay.
just like you did.
Okay.
And I have hit you for 2 hits.
Okay.
Right. That is my turn. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was a good turn for me.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do morale checks.
All right. So, nothing there because that was 1 unit.
Right. You can just remove that if you.
Oh yeah.
At this point, yeah.
So over here, it's 2 out of 3, 2 to 3, right? So
Yeah.
that's 0.
Yes.
Okay. And that's it. So I need a 9.
You add 2 for their health.
Oh, add 2 for the health. That's what it was.
Add 2 for their special ability.
The morale.
Their special morale
I'm gonna
ability.
Subtract 1 again.
Correct.
So 3 to this roll to get to 9.
Yes.
Okay.
Now that's actually good.
Okay. So I'll remove
Yeah.
these fellows. And maybe I'll just trade them out here.
Oh, you better. So that's what we expect to normally happen with Gnolls, is they stick in the fight because they're
All right.
too dumb to know better.
So I think that's it. These guys took no damage.
And your trolls here will regenerate by a point.
Ah, good.
And it's your turn.
Okay, excellent. So first,
See, I'm not happy about them keeping morale because then I'd have to deal with this mess.
Yeah.
I would have liked on my next turn to be able to reform and move around, but I'd have to probably stick there.
Yeah. So let me ask a question while we're
Mhm.
over here. Can this one unit split its attacks between two different units, or I have to choose a unit? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. In melee, it's whoever you're in touch with.
So if I were literally
Yes.
just to do a quarter
Yep.
turn,
Yeah.
that's a half movement to do a quarter turn?
Um, um, I think you need to right face.
Yeah, right face.
Yeah. So right face, which is a half move.
Okay.
And then just move forward and you just smash into some things. You attack those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna like literally. So I guess I don't actually touch them. I mean,
I agree. And if you want to wrap around the end of
Okay.
my wolf riders to get them all in contact, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So they're just moving forward basically.
Now, would I have had enough to? Oh, I already did the turn. I just
Yeah.
forgot to move the.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
sorry about that.
Exactly.
Okay,
Great.
excellent. So that's I'm declaring. Sorry, I'm obviously moving, attacking there. I'm going to attack here.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to fire there.
Got it.
I'm going to try to see if I can get up to this giant. I might not.
Okay.
I might not.
Interesting.
I might not. But I'm going to try.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. I see what you're doing.
Okay, so then let me move. I have 12.
And anything with these guys?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to mount the hill
Got it.
and fire. If I
Okay.
can, at something.
Yep.
Yeah. Presumably over here.
Okay.
So this is kind of weird because, okay, so there's 4 points penalty.
Right.
Could
And it's
turn.
Could you move from the outside corner?
Yeah. Also, I need to turn. Okay, so that takes account of the turn.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's 8 to the kind of front of
Yeah.
his figure from that
Yeah.
corner. Does that mean I have just enough to get down?
Fuck.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Your move is 12, so 8
So
plus
it's like
2 plus 2, that's 12.
Just barely.
Yep.
Okay. So can I get up here and like share some
Yeah.
space? Okay.
Okay, like that.
If I here, maybe if I can put you on top of
Perfect.
it a little
Great.
bit. There we go. Great. Okay. Yes.
Great.
Okay. So I think that's, and then these guys, I think will have enough just to go. There were only 2 remaining anyway. And then do us like a partial turn.
Yep.
Because it was just 2 to get left to get up here.
I agree.
So I'll go like this so I can fire at the.
Yeah.
Okay. So now these guys are gonna fire at these guys are gonna fire at these.
Got it.
Okay. So that means, all right, so the orcs are 4.
Mm-hmm.
This is long range for these guys.
Yes.
It's 4 dice, need 5s.
Correct.
Okay.
You got these guys right here getting hit. Thank you for I'm glad the new camera's working.
Okay, so
Crap.
the law of
Missed. Everything Dan just rolled was all misses. Granted, that's off camera. I'm gonna argue that.
where's the
Yeah. He got mostly 6s and 5s.
Yeah, I got 3 hits there. So yeah.
That guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's dead.
Excellent.
Crap.
So now these fellows are all firing here, which I think is. I'm sorry. This is going to be short. I think it's probably short range, but I guess I should measure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you needed to be 10 and a
20?
half.
Yeah, 10 and a half. So what do I measure from over here to over here, or
We can assess each.
Okay,
so
so-
measure to my closest guy.
oh,
You measure my closest guy, but you can assess each figure separately. And it looks like yeah,
that one's about 10 and a half.
he's exactly at short range.
Excellent.
Oh, bitch.
Okay. So again, I need 4s.
Correct.
And I'm gonna. This is 10.
Since you moved, it's 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
Crap.
And I got 2 hits.
You got it. Well, that's most everybody then. He's dead. He's dead.
All right.
Okay, so that's this figure right here is the last of that unit.
Yes. And now I'd like to attack your giant with my troll.
Yes.
So giants, it's a hill giant,
Correct.
is a 5 armor.
Yeah.
And then I get +2 to hit with my troll.
Right. You're right.
Okay.
Yep.
So that means I need 3.
Flip back so we can see the dice. Giants are right here.
So 3s with 2 dice, right?
Correct.
So one of them is a
One hit. Got it.
Here's the
So unfortunately, I have a whole box with more dice.
okay. I got them.
This starts to happen. So 1 hit on my giants.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I get to 8, then they're gone.
Okay. Wow, they're tougher than trolls. So now that just leaves okay, my troll is going to attack your troll, so that's
2 dice for 3.
3, yeah, 2 dice for 3.
Damn it!
Bang.
I cannot deny those were hits.
So this goes up to a 3?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. And now that just leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Wolf riders are 4s.
4. Yep.
Okay, 7 4s. That's 4 hit.
4 hits. So I lose 2 figures, and I'll just take these guys off, and the rest get in the fray. Anything else you got?
That's, I believe, all I got.
Got it. Clever. Clever. Okay, let me roll morale for these orc archers, and I mean the chances of making this is like slim to none. So 0 on the ratio, +1 for health, -1 because they're chaotic. So the dice actually need to come up 9.
Okay.
But I mean, there's only 1 figure there left anyway, so
Yeah.
6. That's not enough,
Okay.
and this whole unit is eliminated.
Okay.
All righty. Those wolf riders need to make a morale check. This probably isn't too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 divided by 2 is 3.
Yeah.
+2 for health, -1. So I need the dice to come up 5.
Right.
10.
You're fine.
These guys. And the trolls will regenerate back to 2.
And this guy doesn't have to check morale?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Not until a figure is lost.
I figure, right.
For individual units like trolls or giants just doesn't happen.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
All righty. What now? What now? So I guess I'm committed to this melee here. So I guess these giants are going to keep beating it out, which is not great because you regenerate and I don't. So who's going to get the 0 first? The regenerating 6
Exactly.
or the 8 health?
I think the odds are in my favor, but
Yeah, unfortunately so.
yeah, my luck runs. We'll see.
So I'm stuck in this big melee here. I'm going to have as many orcs as I can come around the sides to hit you in the back, which is advantageous to me.
Right.
Um,
+1, yeah.
Yes. That's a really good position for your archers. When you put that hill there, I was like, boy, that's going to be really important. But if I can wrap up that melee, the next turn, I'm going to be able to, a turn after that, I can do some interesting stuff with my wolf riders. So I'll have these orcs here, right face, and start marching up here.
Okay.
Not get in contact, obviously. I'm going to have this unit of trolls will right face and start marching through this marsh, trying to get up here.
Okay.
And so I'd like to go here and then bam.
Okay.
Would be nice. That's pretty much all I have to choose from. And then I'm going to have these archers just stay motionless so that I can shoot these guys up here.
Gotcha.
So the rule is, if you're not moving, I can move 3 guys on each side. So I'm going to bring 3 figures on each side around.
Okay.
So 1, 2, and I don't have any more space there.
Okay.
And 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of back attacks there.
Yeah.
And then I'll just pivot these guys. That's half their move,
Mm-hmm.
and I can do another 4.5. Normally, I would actually want to rotate the figures, but since this is basically a big square, in this case, I don't think it makes any difference.
Big square, yeah.
Yeah. And that's all my moves, right? Oh no, these trolls. Okay, so this will be about half an inch
Okay.
to do this, and then I'm clearly going through the marsh, so I'll pay the whole thing here. So 2 inches really cost me 6.
Okay.
So now I've paid 7 inches,
Uh-huh.
and then to get up this, I'm now at 8.
Yeah.
And then that's 9, 10, 11, and I don't have enough movement to get it there.
Okay. So the elevation is 1 per level or 2 per
2.
level?
It's 2.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Great.
Maybe just in case I'm forgetting. So the the
Up is 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up is 2. Yeah. Thanks.
Just in case I get
No. It's just. All right. Yeah.
crazy about that. All right. So attacks here with these giants. I got 1 die.
Mm,
I need a 3. It does 2 damage.
right.
There's a 3. It does 2 damage.
Okay. I have a marker.
Oh, great. Putting with these trolls here, same thing. No, 2 dice, I need 3s. They do 1 damage, that's it. And there's 2 hits on that guy.
All right, so he's up to 30 now.
And then my wolf riders here, is this guy this guy's actually not in contact with anybody, right?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so I'm not counting him. These are separate units, right? I'm just realizing that.
Yeah.
So I get 3 wolf riders on these guys, so that's gonna be 6 dice. And I need 5s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Maybe put 5s.
So that's 2 hits or
Yeah.
1 figure down.
All right.
And then I'll roll for my orcs on those guys back, which I think is 4.
Okay.
And those guys need 4s.
Okay. Yeah. From behind. Yep.
And that's 1 more
hit-
figure.
Yeah, one more figure. Okay, so these 2 figures. This is eliminated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should I go ahead and take them off?
Might as well, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
And I'll replace this last guy. So now I have only Gnolls on the board. Okay.
And then over here, let me just so people can see what's happening a little bit better. I'm gonna temporarily move this guy. Okay, so over here I got right, not him, but 1, 2. That's it. Just okay. So 2 Wolf Rider figures in contact, which is 4 dice, and I need 5s. Okay. That's no hits. 2s and 3s and 4s. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 again, and orcs in the back. So 4 dice, and I need 4s.
Mm.
And that's 1 figure.
Okay.
Yep.
Morale time.
And then I'll get my
We have
archers over here.
archers,
Right. Here. Okay, so these archers are going to shoot these guys on top of the hill. Now I feel like, so we can have a conversation about this. So usually if someone's on the top of the hill,
Yeah.
that removes the I need to shoot over something. If they're
okay.
poised somewhere very visible,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
in either direction, we don't assess the -1 over it.
That makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I mean,
Yeah. You good with that?
yeah, totally
Yeah,
understand.
and that's what we normally do in either direction. So let me measure this to your nearest guy. Right, it's clearly long range, right? So it's more than 7.5.
Yeah, unless you want to shoot
It's
your
not,
troll.
right. So clearly long range. I didn't move.
No, you did not move.
I did not move. So I set up on the prior turn. So I'm going to get full dice, which is to say 14.
Wow.
Yeah, 14 dice.
Yikes.
But I need 5s.
Okay.
No, you're armor 5 with those guys, right? Is that
Yeah, my no longbows are armor 5.
crap?
So you need 6.
I need 6s.
Yeah. Well, you probably get a couple.
I probably will. So I'm going to roll this twice, and I need 6s to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
There's 1 6
Okay.
and 1 more.
Okay.
So I got
So
1 figure.
You got 1 figure
Yeah.
down. I guess usually it's the back one we put
Yeah.
in it, but I want to keep my Gnolls.
Yep. All right.
Rough.
Those are all my attacks.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I have a question.
Yeah.
If I shoot you while you're engaged, okay, what is the firing in a melee rule? I forgot.
The current rule is, for some reason, there's no uncomplicated way to do this. If you can find a figure that is 1 inch distant from any ally, you can just shoot for free. So, yeah.
So basically, these middle one?
Yeah,
No,
like if you want to shoot this guy right here, I
Yeah.
think he's an inch away from anybody else, then it's just normal fire.
Okay.
If you shoot a guy that is within 1 inch of another unit, then you have to split.
Okay.
You have to split
So
the dice up on
that'll
each
work
unit.
out because I think I'm gonna use a half move to get in a better position to fire,
Right.
like turn and move a little if I can, whatever
Yeah.
a half move would allow me,
Exactly.
and then aim at that guy. So that'll give me 2 dice, and he's 2 dice, and
Yeah.
maybe
So you're going to shoot at the center of my
Nice.
wolf riders. No one else is around there, basically.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do with them. With
Could you make the morale checks?
Oh, my
Yeah,
fault.
yeah.
So this is gonna be a 5-to-1 ratio. So that's
It's
plus
4-to-1, right?
4-to-1. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4.
Yeah.
Plus 2 for their hit dice.
Yep. Agreed.
So that's plus 6. Wait, do I have to subtract
Plus
1
2
for
more for
morale?
their special ability.
Okay, plus 8 minus 1 is 7.
Correct.
Okay, 7 plus this. I'm fine.
Yes.
Okay, and then these guys, on the other hand, it's 4-to-1 also, so that's 4.
Thank you, Disparrow.
That's
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Plus 2.
Yep.
Plus 2.
Yep.
So that's
-1.
minus 1 plus 7 again.
Yeah, so that's automatic, right? Even if you roll a 2, you still
Oh,
make it.
yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the Gnolls special ability, that's automatic.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
So I can remove this figure and this figure.
Yes.
Okay. And
Gnolls tend to just ignore casualties up to 10.
nice. All right. So I'm gonna have him attack him.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
And your trolls regenerate.
Yes, for 2. Thank you. I'll start to remember these things eventually. Okay. So now, gonna, as I said, position them to shoot him. I'm gonna let them fight it out. I'm gonna let them fight it out.
Yeah.
And I think what I will do is, this is
Yes.
tough call now.
Right.
This is tough. So it's a 45 degree.
Yes.
Does that mean I'm in? Is he in my firing arc?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
I think. So 45 degrees from the diagonal on the base would be towards
this
me.
way, this
correct.
way. Yeah, duh,
correct.
duh. Okay, I was looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right. So then what I want to do.
Yeah. You're currently experiencing the discomfort of the limited angle of the archers is we commonly get into this situation that you're dealing with right now.
But it does make sense because they're in
Formation. Exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
And they were just a second ago they were lobbying in this direction.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, it's a dumb question. If I were to have them do an about face,
Mm-hmm.
would that be in my firing arc? No, probably still not, right?
An about face, no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
if you're a right face and aim them all at it, then they'd all be aimed at.
But then these wouldn't be in my.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Now, if I do a right face though, both this and this is in my firing.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna. Oh, do I need to declare anything else? Oh, these gnolls are just gonna fight for their lives, I think.
Right.
They're just gonna. I guess they're gonna ignore what's behind them, and I don't really know. I mean, what's the rule for leaving melee? Is it the same? Is it like they get a free attack kind of thing, or?
You're stuck.
Yeah.
So the main thing is there's a no sideways scraping rule. So the fact that I've got you pinned in on both sides, you're disallowed from moving. To get out of melee, it is allowed, but you have to go directly away.
Yeah.
And currently there is no directly away.
Okay.
Got that?
Yep. That's right. Okay.
So if you're pinned in like that, you're just stuck.
Okay. So they're just gonna fight the wolf riders
Yeah.
no more.
Let me make one rules point here. So the rule is you can with archers you can normally fire 3 ranks deep. So if you right face here, you'll be able to shoot with 3, but not the 4th figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hypothetically, if you arrange them on the tiers of a hill, that limitation goes away.
Okay, but that's.
I agree. Just for future purposes.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hey, Pattern Seeker. Thanks for joining us here.
So, oops, back on the board here. Okay. So that's that move. This move, the Gnoll longbows have 9. And to do a right, or to spiral around would be half my move to go.
You would
Or do you,
no, you can pivot by just measuring. So
Okay.
you could pivot and it would cost you 2, from what I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like this?
Yep, that's 2.
All right, so that's 2, and that leaves 2.5 inches I can go forward.
I agree.
Right. Let's do it like this. 2.5. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
I think that's all the movement I have.
Yeah.
So now I start attacking. So this would be against a hill giant. 5. I get +2, so I need a 3.
Some dice there.
And I am 2 attacks, so I need 2 3s.
Pull this back so we can see the dice. I agree.
Okay. And
Damn it.
I got them.
Okay, so my hill giants now have 3 hits on them.
Okay. These guys are going to fire the first 3 ranks at the troll.
Yeah.
Okay. And the troll is, I forgot already.
Armor 5.
5, and it's short range.
1 hit.
Okay. And now these, and we'll have to see if I'm actually still long range. I might be. So it's 21 is my range. And I'm going to this guy. So I think it is actually long range.
I agree with that. Yeah,
it's
off by
long
about an
range.
inch. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. So, but I get the +1 from behind?
Not for missiles, only melee.
Oh, only
yeah.
melee. Okay. So I'm gonna need 5s.
Yeah, I agree.
And I get so
1 hit
on those guys. I can put a marker here.
Thank you. Yeah, great.
So now this troll attacks that troll.
So 2 dice and you need 3s, I think.
3. Yeah.
1 hit.
And the gnolls. The gnolls are going to there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're gonna wolf riders are 4, so just 4s, right?
I agree. Yeah.
Okay.
And 1 figure is
figure
lost.
down.
This guy.
Okay. believe that's all I can do.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so morale checks for me. Can I get a one red die over here?
Yeah.
Great. Let's see. So I'll regenerate here. I'll regenerate here, so this guy's full health.
Okay.
Haha. And the morale check I do need to make is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided 1 is 5, plus 2 for their health, minus 1 because they're bad. So I'm adding 6. And I just need to avoid snake eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I made it, but when that 1 came up, I was really worried about losing the whole unit. Okay, so barely made it. That's what you get for being chaotic.
Mhm.
Don't stick in the fight very great. And that's it, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we fight. We're going to keep fighting here and keep fighting here. Now, do I prefer to get the troll in melee here, or do I prefer to keep shooting? So I could get 2 dice. I could get 2 a dice and need 2, or I could get 14 dice and apparently need 6s, I guess. What's the math on that? So I'll probably get 2 hits and probably get what, 1.5 hits. Okay,
Mhm.
so I guess yeah, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna keep shooting, and these trolls will left face and then go smash into these trolls and
Okay.
add to the troll on troll fight.
Okay.
Yeah. And these guys will keep fighting here. I'll pull more orcs around the back if I can.
Okay.
There's not much space left really. And then these guys are basically kind of jammed up over there. I'll move up, to here is what I'll do with those guys.
All right.
So clearly that's less than 9 inches. I'll
Yeah.
just push these guys here.
Mhm.
And I'm supposed to be able to bring 3 around. 1, 2. That's enough.
Okay.
And then these guys will left face. That's half their movement. And then I have 4.5 left, or actually 6 left. I have 6 left, and it's clearly in range here. So they come stomping down the hill.
Okay. So he's down on the level now of my troll.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And I guess it's all my movement, right?
Yeah.
So we fight and we fight and we fight and we shoot here. That's what's happening. So here I need 1 die and I need 3. Okay, that does 2 damage. So I'll flip this to 4.
Okay.
Here I got 2 trolls against you, so I'll roll 4 dice and I need 3s. That's 3. No, that's 2 hits. This guy here, right?
Okay.
And with my shooters here, we did this before, so I'm going to get 14 dice, but I do need 6s.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll roll this twice. Yeah, I agree with what you were thinking there, Disparel, double teaming the trolls there. So shooters need 6.
Nope.
I will re-roll the one that
Yeah.
probably not. Okay, there's 1 hit.
Okay. So let me. I don't. Oh yeah, you might get another.
Right. Maybe I'll get another one.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Bunch of 5s. So I just tag you for 1 hit, no figures lost.
All right.
And then over here I got 2 wolf riders in contact, so I'll roll 4 dice for them.
Okay.
And I need 5s. That's 1 hit. Keep an eye on that. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orcs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I need 4s. That's
Ooh,
not a
good
bad roll. 3 hits. 3 hits.
Okay, so that means 2 figures.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So we'll just knock them down for now.
Yeah. That's like a lot of attacks just to knock down 2 of your gnolls, frankly.
Yeah, the Gnolls are pretty tough. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
That very first roll was a bad stroke of luck when I wiped out that first unit.
Yeah. So no morale problem here.
Agreed.
So over here it's 1.
Yep.
Plus 2,
Yep.
plus 2,
Yep.
minus 1. So
Yep.
that's 4.
Agreed.
No.
You missed it by 1 again,
Well,
unfortunately.
darn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm routed. So
Yeah.
okay. Bye bye Gnolls.
We only had to smash them on both sides for like 3 turns, so they finally get rid of them.
And I think that's all my morale.
Regenerate your trolls.
Yes. So the oops. Where's the
It's on the other side.
yeah. And this guy too.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
On the other side. On
Yeah.
the other side. There we go.
Okay. And it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna now do is I think I'm just gonna do 4 long range
Yeah.
shots at the back of them.
Yeah.
They're no longer touching any. Well, yeah, there's no one there.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I'm gonna continue to pound on him.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I just feel like I'm wasting my time here. Can I back this way and try to attack them? Okay.
Good question. So the fact that I've got you pinched on 2 sides would argue possibly not under the no sideways scraping rule, but
what if it were like the diagonal?
let's say yes.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, I just want to do whatever's allowed.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, what makes. Yeah, I think it makes sense. It seems like there's room there for them to dodge out.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like makes sense.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
I will then do that and try to engage
Yeah.
these guys. And then I think that's all I have left to do. Oh, my archers, of course.
Yeah.
I think they will. So is that still in the firing arc? Are these guys down here?
Yeah. So if I mark this, so trolls, sure.
Yeah.
These guys, those orcs. I don't think these wolf riders
Okay.
are though. Yeah.
So I think I will fire upon like this troll.
Got it.
You know.
And good timing to pull your trolls out of contact.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it
exactly.
would have split it up. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna make these things happen. So
Right.
basically, excuse me, and go here. And that's the only. I think that's the only actual movement. Okay, so now that's 2 dice, and I need 3.
Yes.
And 1 hit.
Okay, so I'm at 4. I'm half dead with the giants.
All right. Then I'm gonna be at -1. I already know that it's long range.
Right.
But otherwise, the wolf riders are 4, so I need 5s, and I get 4 dice.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, whoops! 1 too many. So 1 hit. So it looks like 1 figure down.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Pull them off this side.
Now I'm gonna go. Still only able to use 3, right? Against, yeah, I'm still only 3 against the troll. So
yeah.
Short range 5s, right?
Correct. And you get 6 dice.
Oh, because 3 figures.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shooting these guys right here.
So that's 2 hits.
Correct.
Okay. Let's I got one of these here.
Got it.
All right, and then this troll attacks.
Let me ask Dan. So I guess I wasn't paying attention when you picked. Would you prefer to hit this figure of trolls? Because I feel like that's also a legitimate target. And then you'd be, and then instead of me regenerating 1 on each of them, I'd only be regenerating 1 on that one damaged.
That is kind of you. I'll take you up on that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so these trolls have 4, and if you could tag them with 2 more hits, then they'd be gone.
Okay. Now this guy's gonna attack.
Yeah, Disparrow, you and I were thinking the same thing again on that. Thank you for that.
All right, so that's I need 4s and I get 2 attacks. It's not considered a rear attack. That's a
Correct.
okay.
Correct.
Okay. And I do.
Nice. Okay, so there's another figure
Yeah.
gone. Uh-huh.
I believe I've done everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Let me pull back so you can see the morale dice here. So, nothing with the giants. Trolls regenerate here. And then those wolf riders, 3 divided by 2 is just 1, plus 2 for their health, -1 because they're chaotic. So I'm just adding 2, and that means the dice have to come up 7 for me. 7 exactly.
Wow.
Yep. So remove these guys, but they are still in the fight. Does that make sense? That's all the morale checks, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because everything else is just
Great. So I'm going to pursue that batch of trolls with my trolls,
okay.
and I'll have these guys left face so they can fight. And I'm just going to have these orcs just smash this way so I can just get 2 figures in the fight there. I have to move the whole unit this way, basically.
Okay.
And I'll stand here so they can shoot. I guess it's a somewhat awkward position that I'm in. And then I'll have these guys march. These guys are going to march all the way around the table.
Yeah.
So I'll march behind these guys, and if I can, I'll right face. I'll pivot and try to get at these guys, but that's going to take many turns.
Yeah.
Okay, so the movement that I'm actually doing is right. Clearly, this can happen, right, and this can happen. And that's on these guys, and I'm just going to just. And all that is just to accomplish these 2 guys in contact here.
Right.
Which is a very ugly mess.
Wow, boy.
And then
trolls are in trouble.
9 inches. You really have to tag. I mean, to get trolls down, you have to tag them with lots of hits.
Right. Right.
So that's what I'm trying to do right here. Let me roll for these giants. I need a 3 to hit this guy. Hit him.
So that's
So
up
he's at 5.
5. Okay.
Yep. I'll shoot here. So again, I need 6s.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2,
Yes,
3, 5,
7.
6, 7.
And then you get right there twice, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So I need 6. No 6. Maniacal laugh.
I see it.
The 1 figure.
All right, so 1 and then leave the dot. Yeah, the marker.
All right, now, all right, I'm supposed to pivot. I said I was going to left face these guys.
Yeah.
My whole army just to knock these trolls down. Okay, so the wolf riders, I get 4 dice. I need 5s.
Okay.
No 5s. Those are all misses. I got 2 units of orcs there, and I need 5s.
Okay.
No hits. I got these trolls on this side that I need 3s.
3s.
Yeah. Now there's 2 hits actually. It's that white die on your
This
side.
one?
That's
Okay,
it.
so it's a 5 now.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Correct. And now I have that other figure of trolls behind them.
So if he hits, I'm actually gone.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
And I only need a 2.
Oh, because it's attack from
Correct. Yep. So normally armor 5 down to 3 for big trolls and then down to 2 because of the back attack.
Yeah.
So the only way that I don't
Snake
hit him, I need
eyes.
snake eyes, yeah.
It's
a miss. I got the 1 hit.
Okay, I'm just gonna remove this guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, one group of trolls down, and that's it, right? That's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was effective. So I have a morale check here, so that's 3 plus 2
Yep.
plus 2
Yep.
minus 1, so it's plus 6, right?
Agreed.
All right.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Yep.
And I'll remove this figure. All right. Man, I'm outnumbered. Bad now.
Yeah, this is going well for me. I will confess.
Yeah. All right, I just need to get lucky here with my archers. I guess that's all I got left, and win this one troll
Right.
over here.
Right.
Well, okay, so I guess to be more specific, I will fire. Sorry, are we messed up again?
You're good.
A little better.
Good fix.
Okay.
Good fixes.
Okay. So I will fire long range
Yeah.
at these wolf riders. I will also fire what is presumably, well, I don't know, these are longbows actually.
Mhm.
We'll see if it's long range at those guys, I guess.
Yeah.
And then just fight there.
Yeah. Now, I mean, maybe viewers have an opinion because so you've been spending some time tagging these trolls.
Ah, true.
So some people might consider like I mean, at least my thought process would be, do I want to continue putting damage on?
I forgot about that.
Or am I regenerating so it doesn't make any difference?
No, no. If so, I would get here.
Yeah.
I would get 6 shots. If 3 of them hit, it would eliminate that troll, right?
Yeah.
So why don't I do that? That does make sense. So otherwise, okay. So this guy is attacking with 2. He needs.
Yeah. So William, I'll just give you some viewer advice. So William is saying concentrate all fire on that superstar destroyer. Was the advice?
That's a film reference.
It is. It is. Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Yes. Good idea.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna two 3s, right? Is what I need.
Correct. Did he regenerate? Did we regenerate him on your morale? Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so I got 1 hit.
Got it. Okay, so up to 5 hits over here.
Okay. Long range at the wolf riders.
Yeah.
And
I think you need 5.
these days I'll remember this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dice back.
So 4
Yep.
5s. And that's 1 too many. Okay.
Nice. That
2 hits.
takes off a figure.
Okay. And now 6 dice at this roll.
Yes. Are they long range or short range now?
Let's take a look. So it's 21, and I do it from my farthest.
Yes. We'll actually measure from each figure.
Okay, from
And if
each
it's
figure.
different, then it's different. Oh, definitely short
That's
range.
fine.
Yes.
So that's 5s.
Yeah.
I need, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is 6 dice. Okay.
Okay. For 3, you get 2 hits.
2.
You got 2
All
hits.
right.
So up to 5.
Okay. That's me. I'm done.
All right. So these guys regenerate right now. And I have to make a morale check for my wolf riders. So 2 divided by 1 is 2, plus 2 for their health, minus 1. So the dice need to be 6.
Okay.
10. Easy.
No problem.
Yeah. Right. The trolls that are gone. I feel like I'm doing better here than I really should. I feel like you're hitting me less than I expected initially.
Yeah, I was hoping to take that out and move
Yeah.
on, but
Right, exactly. That happens a lot with the big types.
yeah.
What a mess. Okay, the most mobile things here, these wolf riders will left face and try to charge at these guys.
Okay.
Right, I'll get a half move for real.
Mm-hmm.
I guess these trolls will turn around and start coming up the hill to finish these guys off.
Yeah.
And this giant chaotic mess, I think the current rules I have to spend an entire turn to reform them into a reasonable formation. So I'll just take the whole turn and box them back up again. Those guys will wheel and then come down here as far as they can.
Okay.
So quite a bit of movement there.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here costs half.
Okay, gotcha.
And I have 9 inches left. Is that it? Yeah. I don't think I'm able to 9. Close. Closer than we thought, but not quite. So this right here, so pivoting here costs 4.
Yeah.
And then 4 across. I scrambled up their formation, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then I can move 5 more. There's that. And then these guys reform here, and that costs a whole turn. Just make it pretty. Sorry if I'm blocking the top camera. This, oh yeah, this is part of this unit too. And we'll say this takes half a move.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Oh boy.
Yeah. So I'm fighting here, and if I could hit, I will eliminate you, actually.
All right. Good luck.
I need a 3. 6.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'll shoot here again, same deal.
Okay.
So I'll take my 14 dice.
Yeah.
6, 7, looking for 6s. There's 1 hit, and yeah, 2nd hit.
All right. So I'm gonna remove a figure and leave the 1.
Right. And that's my attack turn.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So morale here is gonna be 2 plus 2 plus 2 minus 1. So that's plus 5.
I agree.
Boy,
You missed it by 1 again.
thanks.
Yeah.
Routed. Okay. Well, that's simplified.
How would you miss it by that much? And you get a turn.
All right. I would like just to, as a parting shot, to destroy these.
You know what? My troll should regenerate.
Oh, yes.
Actually.
So all I'm gonna do is fire for. I would just love.
You know what? I'm doing it the wrong time. I'm sorry. I need to wait till the end of your turn for that to happen.
Oh. Okay.
OCD about that.
All right. So once again, Wolf Riders are 4 is short range.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 4 dice.
Yeah.
Looking for 4s.
Yeah.
And
1 figure off.
Okay.
And my morale check, 1 plus 2 minus 1, so I think 2. So I need 7 here.
Okay.
10.
Okay, you're all right. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah. So I'll charge and I'll move up and I'll move up, and I guess I'll move up over the hill, and these guys will move down here and kind of converge on that.
Okay.
So that obviously happens. Finish this off here. So I'm moving 12. So that's 12. 1, 2, I'm at 8. These guys can actually get in contact. Coming up over the hill.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to pay half to pivot there, and then I have another 6.
Yep.
Whoops. Almost get in contact there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come in 9. Come in 9. So I knocked this over, didn't I? I think it was like this.
Okay, yeah.
That there. Cool. And I'll just leave these guys here. So I have the Wolf Riders attacking, and I need 5s. There's 2 hits. There's 1 figure. And then I have the Trolls attacking, and I need 3s. And there's 2 hits there.
That's game, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good game.
Okay. I mean, there was a little run, and some of our viewers are suggesting that we could have conceded that a turn or 2 ago. And I don't mind, playing. I personally don't mind seeing how things move to the end and kind of learning if there's any rules niches that I'm not seeing. So I feel like there was a run where the dice were doing okay for you.
Yeah.
And then here I am rolling mostly 5s and 6s at the end.
Well, I'm wondering if you have so many left.
Yeah.
Is there an advantage I'm not considering to the lower HD troops and units somehow? I'm just trying to figure out because we both used 500 points.
Right.
I made a couple little errors. Like I remember at one point I didn't fire when I could have at the very beginning, but still seems like there was maybe it's because you know what it might be? The high HD troops can be trapped easier.
There's that. Yeah.
That might be part of what happened.
I think for a lot of war games, having more attacks is nice.
Having more time.
So the Gnolls have 2 health, but they still only have the same number of attacks as one other
Right.
figure, right?
Of course.
Your 2 health Gnolls are only getting 1 melee attack and two longbow attacks. So me having orcs for the same cost benefit, I'm getting twice as many missile attacks.
Right.
And I'm having trouble maneuvering the big mob of orcs, but when I get in contact, then I can wrap around and I wind up getting more attacks.
I see.
So I think that's part of it, and I think that balancing war games frequently has a problem that a giant mob of tiny creatures with lots of attacks is frequently broken.
Yeah.
And I think I've managed to keep it from being totally broken,
Sure.
I think. But I think to my mind, that's commonly the biggest advantage of having a big mob is you just have
Lots of attacks, of
Yeah,
course, of course.
yeah,
And that's interesting. So yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I mean, and I'm wondering that must be tricky to cost though, because
yeah,
it depends on how valuable they are.
yeah,
So if you're doing per unit cost, you can't take that into account in the cost.
correct,
Wow,
correct.
that's pretty
And the other thing is that for low cost units, since it's discrete,
yeah,
there's commonly, like if I have arguably like a giant, well, I have more granularity. Is like I could make it at 90 or I could make it at 85 or 95. And it's, on a percentage basis, I have a lot of flexibility. But when you get down to the units that cost 4 or 5, now there's a big
that's a
difference.
big jump.
Right, there's a big jump between 3 or 4 or 5. And frequently I get, in the past I've had difficulty. I think I figured it out, but I've had difficulty getting stuck like with a 4 or 5 unit and it is not quite right on either side. So I think I've managed to massage it,
Yeah,
but the low it's real easy. Like if I don't do it right, it's going to be real easy to have the cheapest light infantry just dominate everything.
yeah,
So I've been very careful to if I want to err, I want to err in the direction of the cheapest ones being not so great
uh-huh.
because it's so easy to make the cheapest ones just the best on the board.
Right.
So that's the direction that I've leaned in
Oh
specifically.
my, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I think many of us. I don't know if any of the viewers have comments about that. So Disparrow, for example, is saying a lot of my mileage came from having multiple units teaming up against a single foe,
yeah,
and which is basically what you're saying with it's easy to trap them,
right,
right? And the no archers are strong shooters, but they don't contribute to holding the line in melee.
right. Interesting.
Yeah. And I will say, I mean, so that opening attack where I knocked off one figure
Yeah,
and then you unexpectedly lost morale. So on the one hand, it's only a total of 3 figures, but they're expensive.
yeah,
That was 75 points out of 500,
yeah, yeah,
and it opened up a gap
right.
that I could take advantage of to kind of split you up and make it so you couldn't coordinate between the two sides.
So arguably one mistake I made there was breaking them up into the separate three, you know.
I would have, I had a different idea for an army tonight,
Yeah.
and that also had expensive archers, and I would have done the exact same thing. So I came with it in a coin flip of doing the exact same thing with some pricey archers in small blocks of 2 or 3. So I don't think it's a crazy idea.
Okay.
Yeah. And the advantage there is that then you can target multiple targets.
Right.
Right. If you have one big block of archers,
Yeah.
the way the rules are, the rules are presumably you have a lieutenant that's saying everybody shoot over there.
Formation.
And therefore you can only target one thing, and having your archers broken up, now you can target multiple things.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And Disparrow's also pointing out, you think that Book of War morale also makes low-cost units less likely to rout than other systems because of that ratio bonus being pretty large, as opposed to Warhammer, where you get the similar extra ranks behind the front line, but it's limited to +3. And you know, Disparrow, that's a rule that I used to have in Book of War in addition to this, and it was sufficiently complicated that we tended to forget about it, and I just wiped it out. And I think that just the raw number ratio does a good enough job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah. So great. So thanks again for playing again, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You wanna next time you wanna do it at 500 points again?
I thought 500 was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Be ready for the cheapest unit.
You know, feel free to go back and review season 2.
Okay.
And in particular, any game where I'm irritated at the start with what Isabel brought, she frequently did stuff like that. She frequently did stuff like that. Honestly, Isabel tends to go big and small. She tends to like some really beefy units and then combine with a whole bunch of cheap stuff.
Yeah, no, I'll surprise you somehow.
Yeah, good. Good. So if any viewers want to leave comments about things that we overlooked or strategies that might work next time, feel free. And I'm sure we'll both be looking at that for ideas next time.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks is the plan?
2 weeks.
Great. So we're back in 2 weeks. What else did we say? So don't forget on the Wandering DMs channel, Paul and I will be back on Sunday, and we'll have Mr. Matt Finch from Mythmere Games on, and talking about his revised tome of adventure design that we love so much, and probably Swords and Wizardry and what he's doing with that. Some changes I think that's coming up with that soon. So join the live chat and get your questions to Matt Finch. I'll be back Monday night with more Pool of Radiance. Yeah, I actually won this week. I actually managed to not die this week, and then look for the two Dans back in 2 weeks for more Book of War. And we'll look forward to you joining us then.
Looking forward to it. Thanks for joining.
Welcome. Take care, everybody.